people.
The time has finally come. As part of a new segment called Shitshow Music, which is essentially what I've been giving you with the music reviews all along, just with a title now. I present to you Time and Place by Kero Kero Bonito. This is KKB's second full length after Graduation, one that I liked quite a bit. Graduation was a bubblegum J-pop sounding album that was as catchy as it was cute. I liked it, so naturally, I was excited for Time and Place once I caught wind that there would be an album coming out soon. I didn't love the singles that were released, but placed in context with the rest of the album and its general atmosphere, I love the songs now. This time around, KKB try their hand at
Lo-fi indie rock.
upon first listen, you might feel underwhelmed by the cozy and comfortable nature of this album, but after you focus on the discrete intricacies subtly placed within the songwriting, you find yourself listening to a very catchy but very out of left field release. The intro track, Outside, is a very washy feeling upbeat track that sounds like it's being played out of a VHS. And its Bill Wirtz-esque outro just makes me love this track absolutely. So the song Time Today is a short 2-minute song. It's cute, it sounds tiny. There's not a whole lot going on, but it's fun. I enjoy it. It's one of my favorites, just simply for the vibe it gives, for the cute vibe and the sweet sounds that it produces. But the next track, Only Acting, now that song can basically serve as a mission statement for the album. It's catchy, it's fun, it's distorted, kind of like a Weezer song. There is a harsh noise synth solo in the middle of this thing. It's not too abrasive, it's very tasteful. But one of the highlights of this song, believe it or not, is at the very end of the song, it kind of cuts out a little bit. It sounds like a record scratch, sounds like a CD that's scratched too badly to be played. Then it starts playing again for a sec, just before you're hit with this immense white noise, staticky wall of sound that singing over. And it does, again, it's not too abrasive. There's it's harsh, but there's colorful cuteness shining through it. It's really exciting. I think it's very much worth a listen. Considering all the considering all the bad indie releases we've had this year, I would say that Time and Place is a very necessary album right now. The song Flyover lives up to its name. It's a flyover song, as it doesn't feel very important or like it carries much weight for the album. But seeing as it isn't terrible and continues to push the sonic narrative of the album, can't say that I dislike the song, nor would I remove it from the album. Dump is just about a trip to the local garbage dump, and what it's like to go there. In theory, this song should be very boring, but KKB really teach the indie rock realm how to properly write catchy tunes over some untraditional tones. There's a verse I like with the lyrics, "Everybody's collage, stacking up the wall. When the sun is out, the scent gets pretty tall. But the site operators don't care much. They're looking forward to their lunch." This is a verse with very straightforward lyrics, very straightforward narrative, and it seems uneventful. You might be wondering what's so important about these lyrics? What's so special about them? It's nothing really. It's just it's just the fact that you can that Sarah can paint a picture with her lyrics and make it pretty cute and catchy, and it's really about very very simple topic, but it's just done so effortlessly and so executed so well. I can't help but like this song quite a bit. It wins me over for sure. One of my favorite songs, without a doubt. It's got a low key approach to it. You're gonna listen to it, and it's just very kind of very subtle, but it's got a very thick bass. It's not loud bass. It's not heavy bass, but it's thick and just just right. Shakes your spine just right. Make Believe is definitely one of the highlights of the album, with an elegant approach to the lo fi sweetness that's been concurrent throughout the album. Catchy, glittery, witchy, structured so ideally. The song's just got it all and makes me feel blanketed in sweet love. Dear Future Self sounds like Sarah is singing over a high definition JRPG winter season roaming song. This song makes me want to gain
XP.
with my party and save the world. I like visiting hours, but I don't love it. This is the closest thing to a filler on the album. It's there. It's part of time and place. Don't skip it. It's fine. It's fine. If I'd Known is yet another cute song, though this track is one of the more artsy ones, with a crazy noise break in the beginning of the song and a vicious solo that I can't tell whether it's a guitar or just a highly distorted bass synth, but I know that it's wild and I love it. Along with the rap outro and an adorable bouncy sample that you hear just before the song waves goodbye. Holy cow, do I like the song sometimes. It's a folky acoustic song with a cute little horn section, and you can really hear the British accents in everyone's vocals, and I fucking love it. This is one of my favorite songs because it displays that Kero Kero Bonito know how to write songs together and make it a fun, retro aesthetic blended masterpiece. Swimming is okay. It fits the aesthetic of the album, but doesn't really wow me. It's fine enough to not skip, though. And finally, we arrive at the final song, accurately titled Rest Stop. The song makes the most sense to be the closer of the album if it absolutely had to be on here. Although, if it weren't here, I think the song sometimes would have made the best closer. Rest Stop is a pretty disturbing track, actually. The way that it evokes lonely imagery and subtle implications of glee and optimism about death as it increasingly gets noisier and louder. The song is in deep contrast with the opening track, which was so vibrant and colorful. Rest Stop is just gray, sharp, and piercing. I think it makes for a great closer as it leaves the listener just sitting, thinking, oh, what the hell just happened? As the noise gets louder and louder and louder, at some point the noise just stops, and then it's just Sarah singing by herself. And it seems to be in a major key, but it still sounds kind of creepy. There's something scary about this, and for that reason, I think this track works as a closer. Overall, I like Time and Place quite a bit. I think it's a great lo fi indie album worthy of being rock fans' album of the year. My only gripe with the album, the only thing that prevents it from having a significantly higher rating than what I'm going to give it, is that it isn't as explosive and loud enough for me to scream excitedly about. Although I can't say the album would have been any better if it had been that way. It might have taken points away from the album if they had tried that. So I'm not gonna hold it against them too much. I enjoyed this album just as much as Bonito Generation, if not better. And so, using Album of the Year's 100-point rating system, I think I'm going to have to rate this thing an 89 out of 100. I really like this album. I recommend it to any fan of indie rock or just plain old rock music, or if you like catchily structured songwriting, this album is definitely gonna be your thing. So, how'd you guys feel about this album? Tell me your thoughts in the comments and let me know what else you'd like to see me review. Right now, I plan on reviewing Trench by 21 Pilots, obviously. I'm gonna have to talk about that. And the new Coheed and Cambria album alongside the new Behemoth album. I plan on doing some live streams soon, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe to my channel to get the updates on those live streams. Make sure you turn that bell on. And yeah, let me know what you want me to do next. And thank you. Thank you for watching my review. Thank you for watching my review. Thank you for watching my review.